Desertification, land degradation, wind-blown sands, desert, austere distressing images, a permanent threat, a difficult experience for millions of people in the Sahel-Saharan zone.
beñ bi mu ngi yàq parce que beñ bi nii bu continuer day yàq parce que man bi may xàmme booba yër bële booba sori woon na ko.
The sand dune invaded our vegetable basins. In my childhood, this dune was far from here, but it is increasing in all directions. Look, all trees that were there are buried. If this process continues, we will have no more lands to cultivate.
A few kilometers away in northern Senegal, the aridity of the land and water shortages are moving people to better areas. In a noble desire to pacify the continent and enable a harmonious and sustainable development, visionaries responded to put an end to this situation.
I insisted in various African meetings on the need to reverse trends and focus on the settlement and the domestication of the desert.
In 2005, former President of Nigeria Olusegun Obasanjo at the summit of SENSAD, Community of Sahel-Saharan States, expressed the idea of a wall of greenery from Dakar to Djibouti, a major project to restore and improve natural resources in Senegal, Mauritania, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, Chad, Sudan, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Djibouti, an idea generously supported by the coordinator of the environmental component of NEPAD.
Je voudrais donc, au nom du président Obasanjo, président de l'Union africaine, engager les scientifiques.
I would urge African scientists in this reflection of the Great Green Wall that goes from Dakar to Djibouti to serve as a border for the invasion of the desert.
Jusqu'à Djibouti, il servira de frontière à l'invasion du désert.
Since then, a scientific committee was established to give substance to this vision.
Nous avons étudié l'approche conceptuelle. Nous avons étudié les modalités de
We studied the conceptual approach. We studied the procedures for the identification of the road. We have reflected on the composition of the Great Green Wall, particularly plant species, even the provision of water through the retention basins, but also we looked at the feasibility. Before doing anything, it was necessary to have a baseline. We have thought over it, and we even developed the document of terms of reference in relation to these studies.
Portant termes de référence par rapport à ces études. Et pour avancer,
and to move quickly, we have also developed what is called the indicated course of carrying out the Great Green Wall.
De réalisation de la Grande Muraille Verte.
The national actors, thanks to the conclusions of the scientific committee, are already busy setting up a route meeting the given criteria.
We are moving towards a major site with the youth, women, the National Civic Service. I talked to my colleagues concerned with the agreement of the President of the Republic, also with the university to have a large area of reforestation. In the end, we will have the opportunity to say, this is what will be the Great Green Wall, where the trees have grown in 4 years.
On the ground, Senegalese have already initiated actions which will be included in the implementation of the Great Green Wall. In the silvopastoral area, the youth involved before anybody are busy with reforestation camps as here in Widu Chingoli.
Notre présence ici s'explique
Our presence here is due to our participation in the Great Green Wall. And the reason behind this presence is that we as African youth have become aware of the destruction of this nature. Having participated in the destruction of this nature, we are here to reforest, to demonstrate the repentance towards this nature.
The gum well suited in this eco-geographical area is chosen here because of its multiple outputs.
It was a choice of villagers because it is a species which fits in the area. Then, it is a species that can provide income to the people using the gum. And we felt that if each tree yields 300 grams, the population will gain between 20 and 30 million a year, because we planted at least 30,000 seedlings in 100 hectares.
Successful experiences in some areas could be replicated on the final route. Just like in Barjob, in the department of Tivaouane, people trained by the Forest Service managed to stop the winds of sand, set the ground with a targeted reforestation.
Cultivation of cashew is very easy. In a short time, the entire area of the village is planted. Between 2 to 3 years, these trees begin to produce. Now, 7 months of the year, the production coming from cashew plantations give us money for daily expenses.
Beside the economic benefit provided by cashew, women are now relieved and have plenty of firewood.
moom lañ daa taxan ngeer yor suñ jaasi di dugg ci àll bi di ci ne ba ay midi une heure.
We used to cut this Guera senegalensis for firewood, and we used to spend a whole morning just to find wood.
waaye léegi àll bi foo génn ngeer mi foore la def.
Today, the Guera is no longer cut, and that is why it regenerates well everywhere in the bush.
gis nga dar kase gi ni mel nii.
Today, the pruning of cashew gives us enough wood that you see here in the entrance of the village.
In the selection of species for use in the implementation of the Great Green Wall, research is paramount. The production of improved species will contribute to the eradication of poverty.
In the diversification of forest fruit, we have achieved significant results in the context of shorter fruiting cycles. Ziziphus of 4 years, we have shortened the cycle to 1 year.
Some results are now tried by individuals, results which could be included in the implementation of the project. The Gola, an improved Ziziphus, is very popular nowadays.
This Ziziphus used to be here. I have grafted on this variety through the training I received from the staff of the forest sector. I have 331 in the whole field. If each tree yields at least 1 kilogram, I will have 331 kilograms, and the kilogram is sold at 500 francs. I am sure that in a year, every grafted one will produce at least 20 kilograms, and 3 fruits are sold at 50 francs. Thus, I can make money easily.
The cultivation of Arabic gum by promoters in an area of 20,000 hectares in the region of Louga reflects the economic value of the Great Green Wall if the private sector adopts it.
What Asila is doing is very minimal compared to the objectives of the Great Green Wall. But Asila may be part of the Great Green Wall. Whatever the road of the wall, it will find that there are already 20,000 hectares of gum tree planted in its path. It has its beginning. Now we have to work with the forestry and administrative authorities of this country to see how we articulate what has already been done by Asila and the objectives of the Great Green Wall.
This leguminous plant, apart from its economic value, contributes in the restoration of degraded land by fixing atmospheric nitrogen. Such a field generates a lot of jobs and contributes to the fight against poverty.
This kind of project must be multiplied throughout the country because it enables to fight against youth unemployment. I was single before coming here. Thanks to this project, I am now married.
Water control throughout the route is a key factor in the success of this project, which promotes integration. In Senegal, on instruction from President Wade, retention basins will be built to recover billions of cubic meters of water lost each year because rainwater runs off. The water inside will revive the area. The reconstituted habitat will encourage the return of animal species which had disappeared from the area. By its capacities to capture carbon, the Great Green Wall is likely to be the largest clean development mechanism project, a global concern which should encourage the participation and support of development partners and all agreements relating to the preservation of the environment. If the countries of SENSAD agree on the final route and do their part of the job, we will have managed to remove barriers to the implementation of the largest Pan-African project, the Great Green Wall.